Welcome to Reality NSFW coverage of the Challenge All-Star Season 2. We're talking episode 9, Break Stuff. And as usual, I'm joined by Lauren Pratt, Alex Trias. I am Jonny Fairplay, but holy moly, it is a privilege. Don't mind me. I'm just having a little Greek salad with my fingers here. It is a privilege and honor to have Ayanna. Ayanna, what are you doing, girl?
Listen, I am in the middle of this crazy pandemic, just like the rest of you, trying to figure it all out. Man, I'm just so great and grateful and glad to be able to be here with you guys today. You know, I'm hoping that the little kid gods are like going to be in our favor today, and just everybody like just not lose their minds for, about 60 minutes.
I love it. I love it. Ayanna, I don't know if you noticed, but this is a Greek salad. It's pretty amazing.
Yes.
Are you familiar with those?
Oh, I love salad. Good look.
I feel like I had a woman cuddled up beside me while I was eating this. It just
I'm telling you, the salads will get the ladies every time.
Yes, this is Alex's salad actually, and I told him I didn't have it, and I do. And I'm enjoying every bit of it, even though I told you.
But I paid for it.
I'm fully aware that you paid for it. I'm so glad you did. It worked. All right, let's talk about paying for salads. I mean, I want to talk about Salad Gate, but
let's get into it. Let's jump right in.
This is craziness. So, all right, when you guys are at the house, whatever you guys want, you get to whatever degree, as far as food and alcohol and beverage wise. Correct?
Well, I'll say this, and I give the credit to production and whatnot. I think they've learned some lessons over the years with, our band of characters. And, so it's not necessarily whatever we want. It's not like, we have a full stocked situation. Yeah. And at this point, a lot of us, our tolerances are what they are. Yeah. So, we're not getting, blasted and plastered like we would, like in a college time. Sure. There is catering that's provided, but then there's also opportunities to supplement that catering. And some people, have more resources than others to do that, more frequently. I'll let
you have to pay for extra stuff.
Well, there were the opportunities. You didn't have to, but if you wanted to,
But a Greek salad isn't that special. I mean, like, you can't just say I want a Greek salad. They're gonna be like, yeah, we're gonna need, $9.95.
Yeah, I might need to break down how special, having a tasty dish is when you've been in an apartment with 4 kids for like a year and a half, and like had a baby at the top of the pandemic. So, there was a moment. Yeah, there was a moment like right by the pool, and everybody orders all these extra dishes and whatnot, and not really everybody, but some people.
Sure.
And there had already been a precedent set that there was just extra food out like all the time, and people would order things and not eat them.
Sure.
And it would just get thrown away, and it was very excessive. So around, near midnight, it was just me, my big self by the pool. I was kind of like Goldilocks with the 24 bears up in there. Like, this one is too hot and this one is too cold, but this one is just right.
That Greek salad was just right.
Greek salad was just right.
I feel like we need to start a petition. I mean, like, as much as you appreciate the Greek salad, and I know most people would appreciate a good Greek salad. But, like, I mean, can't you guys just get a Greek salad without having to pay for a Greek salad?
Well, we're on the Mayan Riviera.
Yeah.
So we're kind of far out. So,
Greek salad. That's all I'm asking for. I'm not asking for that.
It wasn't like we were in Manhattan, where you could just Uber Eats, whatever you wanted right there.
Uber Eats is going to charge you.
So, long and short of it, it was my assumption that that particular salad was one of the many excessive things that were just going to be discarded and nobody was going to care about it. So when somebody did care about it, and it kind of like mushroomed into this unexpected opportunity for me to be petty. So
I mean, like you have taken us on a roller coaster of emotions as a viewer. I mean, like first episode, I'm like, I love Ayanna. I think I'm in love with Ayanna. And then episode 2, I'm just like, Ayanna's a little mean. I like the bad guy, but she might be too mean.
These fingers are bare, so you know.
We can talk. Well, no, episode 2 is like she might be too mean for me, and then episode 3, I'm just like, I think I like her again. You were given. I think it speaks volumes to the layers of you as a person and the amazing storytelling ability of the challenge season 2. I mean, I think they're hitting a home run.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and I can't like fully take credit for things because we're a whole cast of people.
Sure.
And we react and respond to each other in different ways. One thing I'll say about Salad-gate is that most folks don't realize that it's really don't ever come for Tina-gate. Because see, if you gotta go back in time a couple of episodes, where there's some words that are shared about Tina, and Jody was not stingy about letting people know how she felt about her plans for Tina, and I think she underestimated because you got to go way, way back in time to the chapters of the times when Ayanna and Tina and Gisela were in their 20s on the challenge and where those alliances were.
Yeah,
and I love Tina. So
I think Tina is amazing television. I think the baton was passed this season because Tina goes out. I'm just like, oh man, that one hurt. And Jody, you want Tina out so bad, get your hands dirty.
Yeah, absolutely. So when Tina was put in this position where she really has to support a friend. A lot of times people look at the elimination with Tina and they see her quitting. But what I saw was her really wanting to see Melinda have this moment and wanting to see Melinda continue to go on, which, you talk about being, just kind of clandestine in who you are as a person in your heart. That's how I saw that moment with Tina.
I did too.
And I think a lot of us did.
Yeah, I mean, because she could have faked her way through to pacify TJ to what, and she was just like, no, like this is my friend. I got some bullshit over here that got me in here to begin with, so I'm just saying fuck you to the bullshit, and I love my girl Melinda.
Exactly, like I can go home to my own pool.
I mean, with no kids.
So that's kind of like that's kind of how I took that, but at the same time, there was still this underlying, loyalty where I was like, if I get a chance to have a little, opportunity, I talk about like this water cooler thing where you're at your, weird job and you're like at the water cooler, like, yeah, I'm going to drink that prick's coffee creamer, his special Irish cream coffee creamer. I'm going to drink all of it and he's going to wonder where it is. And I'm going to sit back in my cubicle and laugh. Like I was having that moment, like, if I can do something that's not going to hurt Jody, but it's going to kind of irritate and annoy her, I'm going to do it. It's Maya Riviera,
And you made a smart decision. You waited until after they voted before you went Jody. You made a really good decision with that.
Well, Tech told me not to talk. And his word means a lot to me. As y'all know,
surprised. I'm surprised he didn't ask you not to fart.
Well, listen, like I said, I wanted to keep my word at least partially anyway, because that's my partner. But just like in Friday, Snomoki's asked about Debo and their relationship, and he's like, "Well, when he walk away, I'll talk again," and that's kind of right,
I love it.
All right, I'm gonna be quiet so that Tech can get his business handled. But once we finish with this, I'm gonna have this moment. And it was other things tied into it too. There's a lot of tension in the house. We're getting closer to where the final is. People are starting to get antsy. They're bringing in some of that vibration of negativity a little bit. Not really like, not premeditated negativity, but just their anxiety was all coming out.
Yeah. Result-oriented negativity. You see something happen, you're just like, man, I did all this and then this. Fuck that. So, and we'll get there real quickly. So super quick. Episode 9, break stuff. Previously on the challenge, Darrell is in a hallway. I might have looked at a different opening. There's a joke there, people. It's okay. A lot of us has had fun over the years on New Year's. I'm one of them. So, Darrell, I'm with you.
That's my dude, man. Let me tell you, when I found out about that, I'm like, man, who we gotta call? What we gotta do? Like, where Darrell at? Where we?
Well, the problem is people not calling. That's what we need, is people not calling and say, if there's a dude in your hallway that ain't fucking with you, let my man stay in the hallway and not fuck with you.
Let him sleep it off. Like, let him be. It's New Year's,
Yeah.
He gonna be that.
I'm a huge proponent in no phone calls. So I have been in many hallways that I should not have been over the years. I assure you. Yeah. I've been in lots of hallways I should have been and still got called about. So, you never know.
Yeah, but he's good though. From what I've heard through the grapevine, he's 100% good.
Well, I mean, it's New Year's Eve. People have fun on people have a lot of fun on New Year's Eve. I mean, the best New Year's Eve story, best New Year's Eve I've ever had. I don't know.
I mean, in these days and times, it could be anything. People falling out with COVID and stuff. You just never know what it is.
Yeah.
So when I found out that he was okay and everything, and that everything was going to be handled appropriately, But yeah, I'm that kind of person too. Like, I'll find out. I'll be like, look, what's the alibi, yo? With me, or was I with you? And were we eating? Yeah, we was eating salad. He was cutting up tomatoes. Alibi.
There you go. All right, so we begin the episode. My boy Pete killing it on the scoring as usual. Flavor in your ear, Craig Mack. Now, fun little fact about Craig Mack. So when Bad Boy Records started, it was supposed to be Craig Mack. I mean, like, that was it. Like, Biggie was like secondary, and it was Craig Mack. But Craig Mack's not that attractive. I mean, like, Biggie ain't handsome, but he's a lot more handsome than Craig Mack. And I think that was part of it. And then, Biggie's ability to flow like a million times better than Craig Mack. But hey, props to Flavor in the Ear, Craig Mack. I like that song warms my heart.
Because he's transitioned, so he's he's up in the air somewhere now. But the music industry is crazy. You just never know how it's gonna go. You
never know.
So we give props where props are due, but I love Craig Mack's experience because, like, I never, before even going on roles, I never hear my name in anything because it's not a name that's common. But when you hear like Mack, like Return of the Mack, Craig Mack, like, I would just get hyped around that.
You're like, that's me.
That's me. That's my last name.
Oh my.
But it's funny too, though, because Craig Mack is funny because, like, that's like my type. Like, the dude that's not like chiseled or not the cookie cutter type of guy. I like a guy with a couple scars and a couple of rolls and weird things happening in their look. So
Bonaducci fucked me up at the Fox Reality Awards. So I got. We'll chat. I've seen those bare fingers. We'll get to it.
He got a nice look to me. He's all right. He kind of got a chicken McNugget face, but all you gotta do is just talk. You don't look at nobody in the dark.
Oh, all right. I'll be over here turning off my lights as we continue. So we learn out of the gate, Melinda is tough, and Tech Money just wants one more win is all we need to save the Palace. If the Palace, well, no, just one win. Y'all have been bridesmaids a lot this season. I mean, and that's great. I mean, you're showing that you can sit at the big boys table, but like before you were a member of the Palace, you were killing it. But then you join the Palace. It's like, second and third place would be just fine. It's like second and third place can not be extremely beneficial sometimes. But
I mean, it's weird because it's like somebody else asked about that too. They're like, when you join the Palace or whatever. And I'm like, y'all don't realize, like, the Palace is real clear cut, like who the Palace is. It was Melinda, Steve when he was there, Latarian, Nehemiah, and Tech. Like, that was the Palace. Jasmine and I, we're kind of like people who live in a neighborhood that the gang, like, we're cool with the gang because we dated somebody in the gang, or somebody in the gang, stays on our couch in the living room. But, we can't really throw up the signs and whatnot because we were never like initiated. We were never, and, you look at Nehemiah and Melinda, like they go back in terms of the seasons. And then, there's a special connection between Melinda and Terry too. So, and Tech kind of comes in there like the glue and holds all of it together. So, I'm glad that I was able to benefit from having being associated. But I give props where props are due. That's like their thing, like the King's Palace is their thing. So I was glad to be able to sit at the table of the King's Palace. But I'm like the farmer in the dell. The cheese be standing alone.
But was the song as like stuck in everyone's heads as they made it seem like for the rest of the house?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was. It's actually stuck in my little daughter's head because I played the remix on YouTube on Tech's YouTube channel, and I played it a couple of times. I'm like, this joint is kind of hot. It's popping like 90s reggaeton. You know what I mean?
It is.
Like I could like remix that with some Beanie Man and some, And I was sitting back and my little one comes out and she's like, "Safety Palace, Safety Palace." And she's been like just rocking that little mantra for herself. So,
I love it. I think it's so much fun. The fact that Pete included it in the actual episode last week, I thought was amazing. Or 2 weeks ago. Just so cool. I mean, like, I don't think that's ever happened in the history of reality television.
Well, I think Amy has a little musical thing going on the main challenge, right?
Yeah, but there's levels to this. Like they had the stage of production of all the other cast members pretending to like the song. Everyone, it's tech money. Yeah. Like there's levels here.
You saw everyone. You saw everyone looking like, okay, are they done filming? Can I stop smiling now? Like, I felt like I was watching my kid like at a play in fourth grade,
and like they're forced to be there. It's like part of the class. You have to do the play. They don't want to be there. They're like, "Oh, I'm acting. Can I leave?" Now? Cool. I'm going.
I was one of the kids like that would come to the play, and we'd like just be in the back, like sipping weird water, like having a ball at Deflator Mouse, not knowing what the heck was going on. But at the same time, we appreciate these opportunities. I would love to see the Save the Palace John Brennan I Ain't Done Singing Yet remix.
I'm for it.
That's what I would like to see. Let's spin it a little bit. You got all these folks, really trying to actualize, that one last chance, that one last stop.
I mean, hey, I back in the day, so when I did my first season of Survivor, like Surreal Life used to be the last check. Like when you sign that contract for Surreal Life, that's it. Like you ain't signing another check after that. And
I remember that show. Wasn't the guy from Goonies on there? Homeboy Corey. One of the Coreys was on Surreal Life, I think.
Yeah, and case in point. So they asked me to do it twice, and I'm just like, I ain't done riding this ride. I'm just like, then they start giving spinoffs to people, and I'm just like, whoa, hey, I'm right here. And they're like, oh no, you told us no twice. We remember.
Let me tell you, the spinoff life, I think there's so much value to it because we 80s, 70s, early 90s kids, it's like a chunk of our lives doesn't exist on the internet because of weird VHS digital film stuff. And so we're like this in this nether region of memory, and rest in peace to Bob Saget. And I'm loving the rework because it kind of gives the younger kids this new awareness of how cool the 90s and the 80s, late 80s were. And, versus just kind of thinking that it's an empty space. So, I mean, I like my teenager, digging it. And I'm watching her kind of throw some 90s colors into her gear lately. So,
Did you
bring them back? Let's bring it all back. Bring it all.
Did you ever meet Bob Saget?
No, never met Bob Saget. I loved his raunchy comedy.
Yeah, I hung out with him a couple, I hung out with him several times. the last time I saw him was at the Opie and Anthony Traveling Virus Tour. I was backstage with Carlos Mencia, Patrice O'Neill, Jim Norton, and I was walking by, and Bob Kelly, the comedian, he was like on his knees looking through these shutters, and like backstage, like, they had all the comedians, and they hired exotic dancers to hang out with the comedians. And so Bob Kelly's like on his knees looking through these shutters, and he sees me. He's like, "Fairplay, come here." And I was like, "What?" He goes, "Bob Saget's getting a blowjob. You want to watch?" And I was like, "Yeah." why wouldn't I?
Like that's one of those moments. Like, it's a salad moment. That is a salad moment.
I mean, I'm sitting there just like,
that is a salad moment. That's you only live once. What are you gonna do? Is it right? Is it wrong? Does it matter?
No. Hey, fast forward later, 2022, like say this summer, Lauren's like, "Hey, look, Alex is getting a blowjob. You want?" I'm like, "Yes, I want to see Alex get a blowjob. Why wouldn't I?"
Oh my God.
Friends supporting friends here.
I'll tell the story on a podcast. It'll be great.
Right and wrong don't matter when you're only living once.
Yes. So we have Darrell, MJ, and John A singing "Save the Palace." Then that's followed by MJ saying, "Shut the fuck up." What's your relationship with MJ at this point in the house?
Well, okay. So here's some, they say, challenge secrets. Woo. Yes. So the very first room that I went in, my bunk bed was over MJ's bunk bed. And I was only in there for like 3 or 4 days because, my big old booty climbing up on a twin bunk bed just wasn't happening. Not after 20 years of living in a nice plush queen size situation. And so, MJ has a melodious sleeping, like not like a snore, but like a and it's kind of soothing, almost like the waves, not as nice as the waves outside, but somewhat soothing. So I was like, I can kind of fall asleep to this thing that he does. So MJ was on my good side, at first, and he was never really on my bad side, but like he was like kind of on my good side because I didn't have any, reason to knock him or whatever. As we get, of course, closer to the last episode, the lobbying begins, folks are like, this is why you shouldn't vote for me. And that was the first time that Ayanna had ever been a part of those conversations because I wasn't a factor. I was Leah. Like once Leah left, I was Leah, right? I was like the person that nobody really knew really well. And, after what happened with Sophia, they're like, oh God, she's just like out of control. Like, let's just throw her in every time we can because, she's not like connected. And so that being said, this lobbying side of MJ comes out and, it is what it is. I don't knock it or whatnot. But I did find myself trying to like sideswipe that. Like, look, tell me about who you are. Tell me about your people, your family. What are your family into? So what I found out was that we have a mutual interest. My son runs track and he has aspirations of being like the fastest distance running kid, like in whatever he can do. He wants to be like that kid for himself. And like MJ's daughter is like this awesome runner as well. And so it just so happened that both his daughter and my son are running like in the same track league. And, and she runs like one of the same races that my son runs. She's a lot better because I think she won like the whole national meet. Like we were on the challenge. She won like the whole thing. Oh, wow. It was first place, first one on the podium. So, for him to be like that proud athlete dad, and I'm like this proud athlete mom, I found a mutual connection with MJ. Awesome. Now post show, he been kind of, low key throwing shade online. Oh, so
I know he has a very stiff carport that he choke slammed me on the one and only time I met him. So,
I mean, we're cool, but I'm just want to let folks know, don't come for me online because I don't have shit to lose. I don't got nothing to lose.
Sweet.
I don't got nothing to lose, you know. I just started my Twitter like October of last year. I just started my Instagram. So I'm like,
all right. So MJ, if we still got like I have no idea if I had caused him to choke slam me or if it was unprovoked. I'm pretty sure I caused it if I had to put money on it. But let's say for argument's sake I didn't. Ayanna's got my back, MJ. So know that.
Put them in the sand, pole wrestle.
Pole wrestle.
Pole wrestle.
Who could you not beat pole wrestling from this cast, Ayanna?
Who could I not beat? Oh, Latarian, please. I said to myself, if I had to do it, I was just gonna blow that brother a kiss and be like,
no, that's the matchup we want to see, though. That's what
we got. Yeah, we got money on you versus that matchup. We think it's gonna be close at least.
That might not be safe for work. My kids might be like, "Ooh, mom," because I would have to have a different kind of strategy. Like, I couldn't Tyler Duckworth pole wrestling with Latarian. I'd have to be like, maybe I'll just octopus it around one of his legs and like just hold on to the pole and like be like the bull ride, you know, just don't fall off. I think that would like wind up being it, and like maybe like rub my underarm under his nose because I can get funky down there. So like I'd have to have the sideways strategy, you know. I might have to bite him in the ear or something. I don't know. It could get ugly.
Johnny's over there like, when can this happen? Like, can it happen today?
I'm ready to propose right now. I don't even think you're talking pole wrestling at this point.
Dude, it'd be like the challenge, the OnlyFans version.
Yeah. I would please, Mark Long, we have one request. The challenge OnlyFans version. That's all we're asking for. Season 4.
I mean, you already let the curse uncensored. You might as well uncensor the rest.
And start being weird.
All right, so it's time for the daily. We hear the Baywatch theme. That would be Jimmy Jameson. I'll be ready. We have the slow motion montage. It made me so happy. And but we it's not quite time for the challenge. Sorry, the training for the daily. And Janelle is in pain from the cenote challenge.
Love the cenote.
Yeah, the tea with that. She held that close. I did not know. I did not know. I did not know these things. If I had known these at the time, that probably would have that just would have been information to know. But
yeah,
he
would have been called out a lot sooner, huh? She would have been called out a lot sooner.
Well, I don't know. I just think that in my mind, she wasn't a factor. Like I wasn't sitting back like, "Ooh, Janelle might beat me," or I might beat Janelle. I was like, if it's an endurance thing, she got me because I'm a little bit of a big girl, you know, and she was every morning up super early, like just doing for herself, doing her workouts and the things that would keep her going. And so, you know, she definitely was a threat, like on the endurance side. But if I had known that, you know, she's having like some back problems, I would have been like, okay, you know, I might have a little bit more of a chance.
Were Pratt and Joelle the only two that knew?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, she may have shared it with others, but she, you know.
But I don't see you losing to anybody on an elimination. I mean, you're badass as fuck.
No, I'm not.
You are.
I'm gonna go on the record. I won't even lose to Latarian on a pole wrestling.
Yeah, I mean, I
don't know. I might have to fake cry though. Like,
do some. Hey, you need to bring some fake cry to your game. Bring some. I mean, what? I mean, you're a beast already. So just add an extra level. Just be like, oh yeah, and sometimes I cry. They're like, oh,
you know, it's crazy though, because like most of us don't even have to like try to fake it. Like we don't have to, because with the colors and the level of the people that are in the house, it's kind of like we're just all coming together. Like we're that crazy person in our lives to everyone else. And now you brought all of us together in one place. So, I mean, they had footage for days. I would love to see the Challenge All-Stars uncut because, I mean, for what y'all are getting to see, that's like a quarter of the funny. That's like a quarter of the intense moments that were going on.
Did anybody hook up in the house? Anybody hook up in the house?
Anybody hook up? No. Not even me. Like, I talk a lot of shit, but at the end of the day, it was just me and my hand and myself by myself, at night, praying to the good Lord.
Saying, "Oh God, oh God."
Me and my hands praying to the good Lord. But nah, it wasn't that kind of deal. A lot of people on the season are married, have situationships and whatnot back home. So yeah, that wasn't the deal. Not with our season anyway.
All right, fair enough. All right, we're about to talk about the daily. Alex, you want to take us to a quick commercial, and when we come back, we're going to talk the daily and the rest of the episode and what you think about TJ's final.
All right.
Lucy Nicotine is a company founded by Caltech scientists and former smokers looking for a better and cleaner nicotine alternative. Finally, tobacco alternatives that don't suck.
Researched and developed for 3 years to be made for people, not patients. Lucy has created a nicotine gum with 4 milligrams of nicotine that comes in 3 flavors: wintergreen, cinnamon, and pomegranate. Lucy also has a lozenge with 4 milligrams of nicotine in cherry ice flavor. Each and every flavor actually tastes great, and it's convenient and discreet. Products can be enjoyed anywhere, on flights, at work, on the go, or even in the gym.
I am so happy that Lucy is sponsoring us. Ever since they came on board, I have gotten no less than 5 of my friends transitioned over to Lucy and put their cigarettes down. They like the gum. I'm used to seeing the packages all around. This stuff is great, and it's really helping people make much healthier choices. So get on board and join the Lucy movement.
Hey, it's 2021. Get rid of your cigarettes, unplug your vape, throw out your dip, and get some Lucy nicotine gum or lozenges. This is the real deal. A subscription to Lucy comes directly to your door each month. It's so simple that you don't even have to leave your house because Lucy has delivery down.
Reality NSFW listeners, go to lucy.co and use promo code SURVIVOR to get 20% off all products, including gum or lozenges. That's lucy.co and use promo code SURVIVOR at checkout. Also, I have to give this disclaimer. Warning, this product contains nicotine derived from tobacco. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. That's lucy.co, and be sure to use that promo code SURVIVOR.
This episode of Reality NSFW is sponsored by Blue Chew. Say it with us, Blue Chew. Blue Chew is making waves and bringing more confidence to the bedroom by offering chewable tablets that can help men get stronger and longer lasting erections. That's right, we're giving away super hard dicks.
Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in chewable form and at a fraction of the cost. Blue Chew's tablets help men achieve harder, stronger erections to combat all forms of ED.
Blue Chew is an online prescription service, so no visits to the doctor offices, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. And it ships right to your door in a discreet package. The process is simple. Sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. And the best part, it's all done online.
Blue Chew's licensed medical providers work with you to find the right ingredient and strength for your prescription. Don't like swallowing pills? No problem here. Blue Chew's sildenafil and tadalafil tablets are chewable. Blue Chew's tablets are made in the USA, and they prepare and ship direct, so it's cheaper than a pharmacy.
Hey, if you're looking to give that immunity idol to someone, or you don't want to be voted out of a crater, don't worry, Blue Chew's got you covered. So if you could benefit from extra confidence when it's time to perform, visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information.
And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try Blue Chew free when you use promo code SURVIVOR at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's Blue Chew, BlueChew.com, promo code SURVIVOR to receive your first month free. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast.
We're all trying to eat better, But healthy breakfast doesn't have to be boring. Magic Spoon has the amazing flavors you love, but without all the bad stuff. And it's amazing as a midnight snack right before bed.
0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, and only 4 net grams of carbs in each serving. That's only 140 calories per serving.
It's keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free, and low-carb. And build your own box. Available flavors to build your very own custom bundle are cocoa, fruity, frosted, peanut butter, blueberry, cinnamon, cookies and cream, and my favorite, maple waffle. Now, Magic Spoon recently brought back their 2 super popular flavors, cookies and cream and maple waffle. Thank goodness. But they're back permanently. And when these flavors were first introduced for a limited time, they sold out extremely quickly. Now, I'm here to let you know you can get them again or try them for the first time. Why? Because they're delicious and indulgent.
Johnny, Magic Spoon has so many great flavors that I really enjoy, and even my kids enjoy them. We have the cocoa, fruity frosted, peanut butter. All these are really great combinations. They enjoy waking up in the morning and getting some Magic Spoon right off to start their day great before they head off to school. I think everybody listening should give Magic Spoon a try, or if you've tried them already, it's time to reorder. Let's get you some more Magic Spoon and get your day started right.
Hey, when I finish a podcast late at night, the first thing I'm thinking is not sleep. It's let me grab a delicious bowl of Magic Spoon before I go to bed.
So go to magicspoon.com/survivor to grab a custom bundle of cereal and try it today. And be sure to use our promo code survivor at checkout to save $5 off your order. And Magic Spoon is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. Remember to get your next delicious bowl of guilt-free cereal at magicspoon.com/survivor and use the code SURVIVOR to save $5 off. Thank you, Magic Spoon, for sponsoring this podcast.
Ayanna, I got you covered because I saw how happy you were about that Magic Spoon commercial. I'm sending you this box. Shoot me your address as soon as we're done here. I got you Magic Spoon, gingerbread. I got you Magic Spoon, gingerbread. I got you. I got you.
Is it only gingerbread?
I got you gingerbread.
That's it. That's all you get. You don't even get the cookies and cream. You don't even get the good stuff. What the heck?
You know what?
No, I'm good. I'm good with that. You know, I have 4 children, so you know.
I'm gonna put you together. I got some extra. I'm gonna put together a variety box. I got you some Magic Spoon coming. Everybody, get yourself some Magic Spoon. Use promo code Survivor. Get yourself some Dick Gum and get yourself and stop smoking. It's 2022. Come on, people. All right. It is time for the daily.
Ayanna's like, invite me back every week, please.
Ayanna's like, I want that Dick Gum.
I'm looking at the blue chew.
Yeah, promo code Survivor.
I love it when they do that.
Baby. I got you some candy from the internet.
There. All right, so, Alex, what is our daily on this episode?
So TJ, for first time ever, not only do they have one semi truck, they had 3 badass semi trucks, and one.
Oh, they badass?
Yeah, they're badass.
Oh, they're always
and one
badass.
so badass that it's double stack trailer.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
it's bigger.
double the badass.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's called Make the Connection. You and your partner are on the double stack. You jump off the double stack onto the other 2 semis that are running at the same speed. You have to untie the knots and open the boxes for the keys.
Oh, you have to untie them?
Yeah.
Hey, they didn't mention that.
No, they did not mention that. And then you have to use those keys to open up the bigger box that's on the semis in about 3 minutes and get back onto the double stack, or else you'll be run out of time and get yanked off the semi. Then there's an idol or something that's in the top one and you win. Only one team does well in this.
Right.
Yeah. So was this badass, Ayanna? Or were you sitting there going, fuck this shit?
No, this was like my do-over, you know, from that last flags challenge where I unexpectedly got scared of like rolling under a semi-truck wheel and it just hit me. This was my do-over. This was my, okay, I am I can do this. I can jump. I can get it. Actually, Melinda is the one that kind of pulled me aside right before the challenge and was like, girl, look, this is what you do. Just jump right on to the thing. Don't even think about it, and get the job done. Do what you got to do. Dig deep. She gave me the pep talk before. And so, I was ready, man. I called on my grandfather. I don't know about you guys, but like, my granddad had this huge ring of keys. Like, I mean, it was literally like.
Yes. I think every grandfather does.
Right. He had it on the side of his belt, but it had other pockets and stuff. And he walked and you just hear him clang, 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 clang. And so, when I saw those little funky locks that they had, I was like, yeah, I need some help to, just center so I just kept thinking about my granddad. I'm like, granddad, because he was a problem solver, he's a consummate gadget dude. And so, I called on him and I just thanked him for being with me. And those things came up with, real easy for me. This is actually my proudest moment of the entire challenge. Like,
oh, wow.
This was my thing that I carried with me from start to finish. After the whole salad situation, Tech wasn't talking to me for like a day.
It's like, oh shit, this salad's gonna be the end of us.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't mad, but he was just kind of like, I told you to be quiet. You wasn't quiet. So
stealing salads ain't being quiet.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know if I trust you, So, and we were able to like put that aside and come together for that opportunity. And even though, we didn't, both of us didn't get the idol open, we knew we were going to the final. We know we weren't last. Yeah. So, because we got it halfway done, and some people haven't even gotten it halfway done. So, I just, I was a proud moment for me because I overcame my fear of like rolling under a truck.
Mm-hmm. Well, going back in time real quick to the other semi-challenge, why didn't Tech hang and you do the anchor thing?
Because he told me that he wanted to do it. He was like,
how'd that work out?
Because all the other guys were pulling.
That's fine, but y'all have a different situation.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, I'm kind of a big girl. That little board, a little surfboard. I know Beyonce be like surfboards, but I mean, I was like, okay, well, Tech would be real good up there on that little board.
Yeah, if I'm Tech, like you don't have like it's gonna be like, hey, this might sound weird, but like you're gonna be there, and like I mean, it would have to be you to fight me to not do that. And everyone else is just like, well, the dudes are doing it. It's like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, because you should have been flinging Tech around, not the other way around.
But you know what, though? When he said that he didn't want to go up there and he wanted me to go up there, all he had to do was say it in that little deep voice and him that. I was like, okay.
All right.
I'll go up there on the little boy.
Oh, no. No. Do you think you guys would have won if you had reversed it?
I don't know. I mean, we're such a like ragtag. I'll say ragtag.
It's perfect. I feel like you guys complement each other. So like, there's so many of the pairs that are similar in which like you guys are just a contradiction that like you're a puzzle piece that fits.
Yeah, I think so. Because he's really like, I mean, you talk about fashion and making different choices and being bold. Like he's that dude. I kind of struggle with it. I've been a one and done for a couple of years. I've been a, sweatshirt and jeans, mom jeans girl, and
well, mom jeans are back.
Yeah, I see.
You're like, thank God. I ain't got to buy new ones.
Now, finally. So yeah, we're kind of like what's the lady's name? Ricky and I can't even think of her name now. I'm looking at her face. She has red hair, and they had a show together. It was like Ricky and I can't think of her name.
I feel like you guys are like Snoop and Martha Stewart.
I don't know about that. Martha Stewart did go to jail, and I've been to jail before, so I guess.
All right. So going through this quickly, we start with "I'm Every Woman" by Whitney Houston for Darrell and Janelle. Darrell's lock jammed. Do you think his lock jammed, or he just got flustered?
I think maybe the anxiety of getting pulled off the moving truck got to a lot of people. Because
if it did get jammed, like that would suck.
Right.
Yeah. And it's always tough to say, what's going to work out in your favor and what's not going to work out in your favor. But the thing is with the locks, though, you guys have all had a padlock before. Sometimes you have to really make sure that key is lined up. Yeah. And if you're not patient, if you're like, okay, let me pull it out a little bit. All right, and now let me turn it.
Oh, that's me every night at 1 a.m. You know what I'm talking about.
Well, listen.
Next is Nehemiah and Melinda. We got "Beautiful Life" by Ace of Base. And after that, Brad thinks that the rope knots are handles. They are not.
And he Hulk smashes it.
He does Hulk smash.
He's like Johnny Lawrence, the whole thing. Like that was like my I sat back, I was like, he is really breaking all these boxes open. I thought TJ was gonna get to him. I'm like, shit, you really want to go to the final.
So I do have a question here though, because other than first a comment, the women killed it in this challenge. Just want to make that very abundantly clear. The women killed it. But there's been some challengers that competed in this who have said recently that they didn't say originally that you were supposed to be untying the boxes to get them open. Could you clarify what TJ actually told you guys about what you need to do with the process?
I heard what you guys heard. I mean,
interesting.
I heard untie the knots.
Yeah.
Open the box. Get the key. Take it to the lock. Unlock the lock. Get the idol. Make sure you don't drop that shit. Jump to the truck, and open the box. I mean, excuse me. Get the keys. Open the box and get the idol.
It's interesting. It's
interesting. But I heard
who's complaining, Alex?
I think you can put the pieces together. She's still waiting for her Greek salad.
Oh
wow.
Our dash is so short in this life. I talk a little bit about that in other podcasts. I'm like, look, life isn't the year you're born or the year you die. It's what you do with the dash in between. So, for me, like I said, put me in elimination, put me in the opportunities to push myself to the limit. I came to play. Now, whatever happens after that horn goes off, that's on me, no matter what. Whether it's the carabiner opening or not, whether it's the not getting done, whether it's the fiery ball going in the right hole, whatever happens once that horn goes off, that's yours. That's your moment.
I'm a huge proponent of fate, and I just feel like fate intervenes, and the shit that's supposed to happen happens.
I think fate told Brad, he may have not been listening. He's like, I believe they told me break the box.
And that was his fate.
Nah, I think Brad he really wanted it.
And, and you could tell he was like a little anxious.
Like you would want to come save you. Like if you were like a prisoner of war somewhere, I'm not gonna say who you don't want to come save you, but I do want Brad on the recon team.
Same.
I want him in a weird mask and with eyes just showing, coming to get me.
He won't miss. He doesn't blink. So
I know that he's gonna get the door open.
Yeah, he does not. He does not blink. That is true.
I know the door is gonna be open. That door. He ain't gonna be like, the door's not opening.
It will. So for this moment, we have heat of the moment by Asia. Great way to go,
song.
Pete. Jody's hands are bleeding. Next, John A killed it. MJ yanked off. Melinda loves it. Me too. I don't know. Just want to throw that in there.
Anytime MJ fails,
he choke slammed me on his car.
And I mean, like, all the talk of him talking about a lot of other people as big asses. It was sort of funny seeing his big ass get hauled off of the truck.
Oh yeah. It was good. So next we have Tech and Ayanna are going to make up for not being the best duo and maybe make a baby. What?
They're going to make a baby.
It's a final baby. Like it's a final baby.
I know how
it just looks like a bag of money.
I know how babies are made. Go to bluechew.com, promo code Survivor. It helps.
They love it when we do that.
All right.
Tech need that, I'm sure.
Grandfather Locksmith helps Ayanna. Tech Money just practicing for his action hero career. Then we find out Brad and Jody are DQ'd. Oh, man. So back to the house. And My Prerogative by Bobby Brown. And I have I don't know how much you followed the podcast prior to being on here, Ayanna. I have a record collection. I have about 2,000. I'm about to buy 6,000 more records tomorrow. Holy moly. But I did not have peek behind the curtain. My Prerogative by Bobby Brown, when you guys go back into the house, was the first single I ever bought. Remember singles, the cassette tape singles?
You would have the maxi single on one side, and then it would have whatever the radio edit was.
Yeah. The first one I ever bought was My Prerogative by Bobby Brown. Second one was Touch of Grey by Grateful Dead. First one was My Prerogative by Bobby Brown. So I do not have Bobby Brown on vinyl, but I do have New Edition, which with early Bobby Brown. And my first concert ever was 1984, Fat Boys, New Edition, Houdini, and Roxanne Shante. My second concert ever was Prince Purple Rain Tour, but my first concert ever was New Edition. And so I got some Bobby Brown love right here. Pete, you're killing it. Thank you.
I'm clapping it up. You're gonna make me call my daughter to go in there and get my record. Now, I don't have 6,000, but I have my top 12 that I
want to buy them all.
Player, but
I'll trade you Magic Spoon.
It's obviously same price, same value.
Well, Magic Spoon's pretty good. All right, so back to the house selection process.
Very difficult decision here.
Yes, very difficult decision. And shockingly, Ayanna, you love it, and it's going to be some drama.
Because I knew I didn't have to worry. I knew I was going to be good. So I was like, I could just kind of lay back in the pool and float through it and just watch the circus happen. And
as a result, you don't get the lion's share of the airtime this episode as you did last week and many weeks before. But I like that you can relax a little bit. I mean, like it's fun for the airtime's fun, but going into TJ's final to relax on that last day before TJ's final is a good thing to have in your back pocket.
Yeah, so I learned, but real talk, to have this kind of arc, the story arc with Janelle's injury and, Darrell's reaction to it. I kind of appreciated the fact that Darrell was super he wasn't like, oh, you're back. I hope you're going to be okay. He was like, girl, get it together. He was like,
yeah.
My chest bump the fact that you might be, I don't know, not able to work ever for the rest of your life. I was like, damn, Darrell.
I'm with Darrell because, I mean, I think, so when you guys were told to pair up, did you have, was there an inkling in the back of your head that, you're stuck with this person and this decision is an important decision to make?
No, I just thought that I was going to get another peek. I'm so serious. I was like, oh, I might get another peek. Because, the first peek that I got at the Scepter was when we first got in the house and when he jumped in the pool. And so I'm like, we're going to be doing all this cool stuff. I'm like, another peek.
Yeah. So
I'm just being straight.
I got you. But I think Darrell, this is a career for Darrell. And I think Darrell's just every word if TJ uses his word, other than the word badass, every other word he uses very sparingly. So when he says pick a partner, that means something. And I think Darrell purposely chose Janelle because he's just look, this could potentially be my TJ's final partner, and I'm all in. So you're talking about oh, my back hurts. It's just you knew that, but you should have said no when I said, do you want to be my partner?
Listen, I think you're hitting on it. Definitely we're all coming to the challenge with a different, backstory. My backstory was I hadn't been on TV in 17 years. They looked
hey, what's up?
And they're like, look, we're going to teleport you out of your apartment with your 4 kids to the Mayan Riviera. So I was like, I won the day that I got off the plane into the house. I was like, woo!
Yeah.
Like,
it's like, hey, time to pair up. It's like, all right, I want to see Tex Penis one more time. Let's go.
I was like, I was kind of surprised at how seriously, at first I was surprised at how seriously everybody was taking it. Now that I've been home, I've had a chance to watch some of the other shows and whatnot, learn more about everything and how this has evolved since, 17 years ago when I was last on. I'm like, oh, they probably did think I was nuts because I was dealing with it like, ooh, I get to go on Wheel of Fortune again. Like game show. Like, woo, this was surprising. You're gonna give us a bike? Oh, it's $500,000? Because last time I was on the show, they were giving out bikes and movie.
We've been talking
scooter.
You guys used to go crazy for a T-Mobile pager and a fucking Razor scooter, and so
your lifetime supply is intimate, like shaving cream or whatnot. I'd be like, yeah, I don't ever have to pay for it again.
All right, so Amy Sue was saying Darrell's mad because Janelle specifically asked to be his partner, and then started saying she would not mind if Brad won the whole thing. He was mad; she was giving up.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'd be pissed, if my partner said, "Oh, I wouldn't mind if somebody else won everything." Like that would,
I'd be like, "Girl."
Yeah, and then additionally, Darrell said if he knew Janelle would quit, he would have chosen Ayanna instead of Janelle. Well, look at you, Darrell with the smart pick after the fact.
Yeah, hindsight's great, isn't it? It's like, but I feel like the way that I'm not saying they're bad people, but like Janelle's not a great character this season, so it's like we don't have like a rooting interest in her. The only thing she's been is anti the palace and like making it abundantly clear that that's the issue. So we're like, okay, your back hurts. Like, don't screw over Darrell. Let Darrell get to his final. Like, let him get like. There's like all these seasons ago when he was on the main challenge, he was like, I want to win so I can get my family a camper. I'm like, he still hasn't gotten his camper yet. Let him get his camper.
Man needs a camper.
Man needs his camper.
Everybody comes, through with, whatever they come through with. I definitely, only person I can really speak to is, myself, and I think I can speak to Leah as well because we've talked, we talked then and talked since then. We definitely came in very vulnerable. We came in and vulnerable in a good way. Like we were open to just be all of who we are because, neither one of us were these, we weren't internet personalities. We weren't challenge icons in the sense of we'd extended it for many years beyond our initial time on the show. So, we didn't really have a lot to lose. We're just like, if we don't make it, we'll just go back home and be back underneath our rock again. And go back to our little situations. So, I respect it. Janelle is a first responder. She works in a hospital.
Right.
So, do I expect that person to have all of these, layers and have all of these, to not put whatever has gotten her to this point in her life to put that aside and just be like, whatever, I'm going balls to the wall, I'm YOLOing. Nah, I don't expect that either. And I think that that's great too for her authenticity,
But I ain't picking you as my partner if you ain't YOLO.
Yeah, I'm not picking you as my partner.
Well, I think when you guys see the final this week, there will be things that surprise you because TJ's final, boy, definitely has some things that surprise me.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. No, and for the record, no spoilers. We don't spoil anything. So, but we will talk about what we saw in the preview. So that's okay. All right. So it's a split vote. Shockingly, you and Tech. You guys planned that just to put the power back in Nehemiah and Melinda's hands and put the blood on their hands for whatever reason, right?
Well, it's I can say it's debatable. I definitely defer to my partner, because at the end of the day, like I said, the last time we were up there, I kind of sideswiped, the way it was. So this time I kind of wanted to go with it and just let it be easy.
You got your dagger in. So I mean, like what's a second dagger doing?
Well, at this point though, you're talking about like Avengers Endgame. Everybody there is dope. You know what I mean? Like we don't have anybody whack. Not that anybody that left was whack.
Well, you have people that didn't earn their way to TJ's final, but otherwise. Well, but yeah, everybody is dope.
They were A1 on the social game, you know, like, hey, can you really knock that? No.
Well, no, I mean, hey, people ask me, they're like, Johnny, like, would you like to do the challenge? I'm like, fuck no. Like, there's not an elimination. I can't beat a single woman in an eliminator. There's not one woman I can beat.
I think you'd be awesome. I think you'd be great.
No. But if I can play a social game in which I don't go into an eliminator, like I run 3 to 10 miles a day. Like I can do TJ's final on the regular show all day long. TJ's final on an All Stars looks like it's more than just running.
Right.
I think it is. I think it is.
But it's like you gotta give John A her props. Like she when she was on like the main show, she never got to a final. This is a second attempt at All Stars. Gets to the final without ever seeing an elimination in both seasons. Like that's commendable. Like that shows the the social politic game that she played. You know.
Yeah, like I give props where props are due. Like her social game is sick. Like I would never want her not on my side, like in a work situation, because she'd be the one that would be sitting back, like, you know, everybody's like, oh my God, I can't believe we're all getting fired. And she'd be like, yeah, y'all are.
Y'all are.
What y'all gonna do? If you ever need anything, call me.
Yeah,
she's the one up there at work. So, you know. It would be interesting to see if she would be able to play the same game in future, shows moving forward. But yeah, she definitely got the Academy Award for the social game.
Hey, congrats! So next we see the John A and the Amaya conversation. She cried. I get it. Next, Janelle says she's gonna try. Thank you. Darrell gets a letter from home. His grandma passed away. Man. I should not address this.
You should not.
Thank you.
But seeing this part, it's like
Ayanna, I lied about my grandma dying on Survivor.
In 2003.
Yeah, like it was a long time ago. So forgiveness is fine.
It was a long time ago. Like we are cut in the same car. Like I probably wouldn't lie about my grandma, but that's kind of Greek salad-ish.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah, but since you did it first, I think I Jonny Fairplayed my salad.
I think you Jonny Fairplayed your salad too, girl. That's what we're talking right
Jonny
now.
Fairplay did it first.
I didn't hit up Jody.
But yeah, you see the scene that they have Angels by Robbie Williams on. If there was any doubt who you were thinking was winning the elimination tonight, you just found out Darrell was winning. Like, congrats, Darrell, you made the final.
Well, you know, it's just at this point, it winds up again, like you guys saw what goes down, you know. There is the opportunity for the winning team to handpick who's going to go into the elimination. And they did that. It would have been interesting if it had been the other way, if it would have been an MJ, Brad, and Jody matchup.
Who do you think wins?
Who do I think wins an MJ, Brad, and Jody matchup?
Yeah.
In that activity, I think Brad and Jody would have still gone home. Just because John A, being the strategic person that she is, like she really is into, you know, these, okay, how can I do this in such a way that's going to be the most efficient? Yeah. She loves efficiency. She's a problem solver and she's a puzzle girl. And that is the puzzle. Like, what isn't puzzle-ish about taking the heaviest, smallest pieces and pushing them through a hole?
Yeah.
And so, you know, it was so close though. They both fought. So I don't think that like Jody and Brad necessarily lost to Darrell and Janelle. It just wasn't their day. You know, both teams had like pieces that fell out the box, you know. But again, Janelle was just like
everyone that fell out of the box were you guys just like, no.
Yeah. I mean, you know, you could hear it in the background. Don't throw it so hard. They're coming out the box. You know, you could hear all that.
Real quick, Alex, please explain the glory hole challenge.
Well, it's called Smash House, but that may have been a better name.
Have you ever been to a glory hole, Ayanna?
No.
You have missed out on so much content over on the Patreon side.
Yep.
I've been to a place where they had one at one point, and then they converted the club into something else.
So
and I tilted my head like, oh, that's one of those things are.
Yep.
Wow.
There you go.
The history. I didn't see any ghosts from Dickmas Past come through the little room or nothing, but I did kind of look at it like, okay, that's what that is.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah. So Smash House, the guys are in the first room with a bunch of shit that they can break. They need to break it so that it's at least no larger than 6 inches, and then push that through the first hole. Then the women break it even further if they need to and push it through a 3-inch hole, and then the heaviest one after 10 minutes wins. And there's a lot of references here, and you know what? Johnny can make all the jokes that he wants right now.
No, that's it.
I mean, that's why he had you explain it, Alex. Like, I know you explain everything, but Johnny just wanted the words to come from your mouth.
But it's just the glory hole challenge. I thought.
Lauren, you need to work on your phrasing too here.
I feel like I would win a glory hole challenge.
Yeah, Janelle and Darrell were really good at getting heavy, hard things to a very small hole.
There you go. So, and with that, we had Walking on Broken Glass by Annie Lennox. Many of you may know her from Eurythmics. Jody explains that she has ginormous man hands. I am not into that. Makes her dick look smaller. But there's cures. Just go to bluechew.com, promo code Survivor.
Oh, man. Come on.
In case you were wondering, Ayanna, this podcast is not PG.
She knows.
Right. Normally, like my oldest girl, she'll go like and listen to all the podcasts like right afterwards because she likes to do that. But this one I'm gonna just have to warn her. I'm gonna let her listen anyway because she's pretty, smart.
So you listen to a couple of our podcasts. It's all right.
Listen, I'm an open book at this point. Like I said, I YOLO this whole situation because this time last year, January of 2021, like I didn't see myself doing any of this. I was like, oh, I got a call for All Stars 1, and I was like, we got COVID. I can't go, because we did. Like, everybody in my house had COVID, and at the time, like that was also a convenient thing. I was like, you know what, I can, I have COVID.
Use this time.
Right. I was like, I don't think I could even do it anyway because I'm this and I'm that. When I got that second call for All Stars 2, I was like, this is in the cards, dude. Go to the gym, start losing this weight, try to get yourself back. So
I love it. So Janelle, it finishes. Janelle said that was so much fun. They are 1 kilo different, 2 pounds separate them. It's always 2 pounds.
Hey, at least it wasn't 1 pound this time. It's like it's not a difference by 1 second.
Yeah,
it's 2 pounds.
Yeah, TJ is thinking of 1 second separate them. I'm like, no, it wasn't.
I feel like this is a challenge where the coach has said like the weight and then like cut very quickly to them actually like weighing it and seeing the. Because that's something easy for them to show the viewer to like confirm, but like I would buy it at this point. So it was close. Like you could see it.
We watched them weigh it. We watched.
Okay,
but did you see the? Did you see the number though?
I mean, we were way up on the little thing. But,
exactly.
So
they weighed. They definitely weighed it. It was like a digital weight.
No, I believe they weighed it, but I don't think it was too. It was probably like 17 pounds different, but like just like it's 2 seconds always, or one is it. This was decided by 1 second. No, it wasn't. This wasn't decided by 2 pounds. It was decided by 15. But 2 pounds sounds better, and I'm for it. Listen, you're making a fucking TV show. I'm for it. If I'm producing the show, I'm just like, say it was fucking 2 pounds.
Yeah.
Say it was 1 second. That's what you say. It doesn't matter, but it makes a better TV show. So they're making a TV show. So anyway, Brad and Jody are eliminated. Jody said it was all for nothing. Well, that's that's not what Katie Doyle said on her Twitter. She said we get paid plenty to fucking leave the house, more than y'all make in y'all's normal, boring lives. So go fuck yourself.
That was something that she said. For
Let me tell you, if y'all weren't Katie fans before that, y'all should be Katie fans now. She's like that. She's that auntie in the family that's like, no, you're not making the potato salad. Every time we eat potato salad, we go home and we throw it up. We've been talking about you behind your back for the last 15 years. Make some fucking brownies next time.
Yeah. Make them pop brownies so we all enjoy it.
And so we're not sick anymore because we don't have to eat the potato salad anyway. So, what you see is what you get with Katie Doyle. Or,
for sure.
I call her Katie Cooley because she's so cool, But
I've known Katie for a long time.
All right, there you go. And there you go. Like, we'll see what you get. I appreciate Katie. If anybody felt some type of way, I would say it's a lot of other things to feel some type of way about in this world. Like I said, I told somebody else on another podcast, and a friend of mine was like, you shouldn't have said that. But it's true. Like, I walked off the plane on the Mine Riviera with $8 in the bank. Like, literally, like, I had paid my bills up a month in advance. And, we've been living on the edge for a while, I got 4 kids, a pandemic, schools closing on and off, and, trying to navigate that and having savings and income. Like I said, I had $8, like $8, like that. Like, literally, like, please don't let Amazon hit before I get home because it's going to overdraft me or whatever. So, I'm so
picking you as my partner. Did you tell anyone that when you went into the house, or did you kind of keep that?
A few people knew that I wasn't able to
you
order.
You would have had to kill
wasn't
me
able
to
to
stop.
order at the restaurant, when the menus came around, then you had to give them your card so you could, get what you wanted. Like, they kind of noticed that I wasn't, handing over my, $8 worth of debit card.
Oh my God. You would have, as I said, you would have had to kill me not to pick you as my partner. You walking out there with $8. I'm just like, this girl's fighting more than any of y'all's. Go fuck
man.
Like, I would have leaped. Tech's tall, right? How tall is Tech?
He's tall. Like, he's at least. I'm terrible with that kind of thing. Like,
I would have leapfrogged him.
Tall. Like, he's
I would have leapfrogged him. Well, girls think this is 6 inches. So
listen, you gotta measure it. You're not when ain't no breeze around. But like I said, and it was hot in the Mine Riviera, so no breezes. Yeah. But but Tech is definitely a tall dude.
Yeah, I would have jumped over him to get to you. So I love the drive. We see it. It's so amazing. So super quick, just to finish up. TJ says final starts right now, but unfortunately Tech has eggs boiling on the stove.
Yeah, can't start it yet.
He wore this cool outfit, like. It was crazy because he was like, yeah, girl, like, you need to wear something cute tonight. It's the last elimination. Wear something cute. Like, okay, I'm gonna rock a little dress. I'm gonna rock a little skirt situation. So it was the only elimination that I rocked. No, I rocked a skirt to another elimination too. The one with Ryan and Sophia when they went home. I rocked the dress to that, a little skirt. But when he was like, it begins now, I'm like, damn. I don't have my uniform on, and I was constantly wearing my uniform during downtime.
Oh, you wake up and you can go to bed in your uniform,
right? Like the one time I don't have my gear on,
Oh man!
But you got to see how that unfolds. It'll be interesting to see how
no spoilers. Next week, it looks like a fucking legit final. I mean, We just finished, our coverage a few weeks ago of Spies, Lies, and Allies, and that final was nothing but running. I mean, like, it's pretty anticlimactic. They didn't have to do a food thing, and we understand now that Fessy, if he had potentially been in the final, and you have to agree upon what the final is going to be before the show starts. Mm-hmm. That they couldn't have a food thing if Fessy couldn't eat during that time. And so there's no food thing. The overnight thing was they just slept in a fucking cave. That wasn't. So it looks like you guys are getting your asses handed to you. Like it's a fucking legit final. So once again, no spoilers. Does it appear to be a legit fucking final?
If it wasn't, go ahead and pop my bubble for this dream that I've been living in, because it definitely, I would say it lived up to what people say it is. At least for me, but shoot, I've been on the final since the first day I walked into the house. I was at my house, like at my highest with my weight, like I was around like 255, 260, and to shed like a lot of that weight before the challenge was a huge thing for me. I still had some more to go. I still got some more to go, but to say that I was in a physical condition that everybody else was in walking in the door, that'd be absolutely untrue. So, I felt like every day was a final for real. So, but wow. You dig deep. Muhammad Ali said, the will must be stronger than the skill. That's it. So
sounds like something LT would say too.
Yeah. Well, you would say it like this.
Yeah.
He would add a motherfucker in there.
Yeah. The will is harder than the skill, motherfucker.
Listen, I just got a TikTok, and so my daughter, I don't know if y'all saw that boogie fall out, but anyway, my daughter, she's gonna help me with my first TikTok. So I know that somewhere in there, I'm gonna do a TikTok to like Latarian's exit speech about the business. When he came back from Tyler Duckworth's pole wrestle situation.
Oh, man.
Like, I listen to that like at least once a week. I just replay it. I have it a little MP3 on my phone where I like replay it right before my workout. I'm like,
I love it.
Doing the business. So.
Awesome. All right, so Ayanna, let us know where they can find you everywhere. So you just added Twitter in October. You're now on Instagram. You're doing your first TikTok. Where can we find you?
Look, I'm going to announce it right here on the podcast, the Jonny Fairplay podcast. Look, after the final on Thursday, I'm just so grateful to everybody that's like decided to follow me and show me love on these social media platforms, especially Twitter and Instagram, because I'm literally just getting my feet wet with those. So I'm going to pick 2 lucky fans that follow me on those 2 platforms that are riding with me, even though I don't have, a bunch of followers, and I get my pictures were blurry, they're wrong. I be saying the wrong stuff in the comments, but y'all still show me love. But I'm gonna put 2 of y'all handles like in a little app and randomly choose it. My daughter's gonna help me, but I'm gonna give y'all my uniform. I'm gonna give y'all.
Oh wow!
Oh nice.
I'm gonna give 2 of y'all I think we got like 4 uniform shirts, so I'm gonna give 2 of those to the fans, because y'all the reason why we're even back. Y'all the reason why I had a chance after all this time to even just, have this dream and push myself, and I'm so grateful. I'm so
Tommy
grateful.
Traina, if you're watching this right now, go start 100 new Instagrams.
All right.
Make sure you get those followers in.
But look, and it's not gonna be a bot, because listen, real talk, my daughter can tell. My daughter, she's good at it. She could tell. She's gonna be the one to be like, "Nah, ma, this ain't a real person," or whatnot.
Tommy Traina will tattoo you on his body for this jersey. You are aware of this.
That is true.
I saw that dude. Like,
yeah, he's one of our patrons. Go to @freeNSFW right now to become a patron, or at freeNSFW.com. Did I say that?
Yeah,
okay,
man,
yeah, to become a patron. Yeah, Tommy Traina. I was there when he met Marie and showed her the tattoo, and then I guess they had a reunion of sorts this past weekend. Johnny Bananas saw the tattoo and Marie's reaction for a second time. It was so funny because was Elena from Big Brother was there, and Tommy had asked her for an autograph, and she goes, "Oh, where am I tattooed on your body?" And he goes, "Well, it's not." And she goes, "Then you can't have an autograph."
Whatever. Listen. That would get me like bad ticket karma. You know what I mean? Like I go outside and be like a $250 ticket, like sign this now. Yeah. But like I said,
where are you gonna be? Where can they find you? So on Twitter, you're
Ayanna Superhero on Twitter, and Ayanna Superhero on TikTok, and Ayanna Superhero on Instagram. And like I said, after Thursday's final on Friday, I'm gonna pick 2 lucky fans, and you know, I want to give you my uniform because if it's not for you, would there be no me? There would be no me on the show.
Ayanna Superhero, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. Give a follow. So what do they have to officially do to officially enter?
Just follow me.
Just follow. All right,
yeah. Man. And in real talk, like I said, my daughter got an eye. She could tell when it's like a fake account or whatnot. So
okay,
don't be botting it up or whatever.
No, don't be botting. But I'm putting in some positive vibes for Tommy Traina. I feel like there's still going to be a fucking tattoo coming out of this. I don't know why.
Brother, if you do get me tattooed, make sure I'm eating some salad.
Oh, there we go. You got the idea.
Like a fork. I mean a fork.
Ayanna, I have one last question for you.
What's up?
Do you have a gift for us?
Oh, of course I have a gift. Of course I have a gift. Like a box of cereal type of gift or like
just any gift, because I mean you were giving out the gifts this season, so I just didn't know if we were going to receive anything.
No, I'm a little worried.
Well, let's work it out, on the emails and whatnot, and figure it all out.
Okay.
I'm sure
I scared Johnny and Alex both. I love
it. I was scared you're going to give one of the gifts you gave on the season.
Straight to elimination, Laura.
Johnny to the arena.
Awesome.
Straight to the arena, man. Yeah, man. I remember I gave one I was on a podcast 2 days ago, and Josh was like, I love Semester at Sea, and he had all this Semester at Sea trivia, and I'm like, well, look, I just opened my box of stuff from Semester at Sea, so I'm gonna go in there in that box and I'm gonna get something out from that and send it to him. Probably like my Cuba Mania hat or whatnot, but we'll see. Because like I said, this stuff ain't doing anything for anybody sitting in a box collecting dust, and if it can bring joy to someone, during these uncertain times, hey, let me go ahead and pay it forward. But I'm just, like I said, I'm so grateful to all you fans out there that found connection, that this means something to you. And I don't want nothing back. Like, no, you're not paying shipping and handling. I'm gonna take care of that. Hopefully you're not in I don't know, some weird place where it's gonna cost me forever to get it to you. But at the end of the day, I'm very grateful. I'm very appreciative. And so just follow me on those 3 platforms. And your name, your handle will be thrown in the hat. And we'll try to, if we don't get you, then we'll get somebody else's name, and send it to them. But we'll figure it all out. You're just people. We don't know all
Ayanna, you're awesome. We are rooting. The duo that we never knew would steal our hearts. Ayanna and Tech Money in TJ's final next week. Listen. I've been friends with Nehemiah forever, and I think Nehemiah will allow me to root for the 2 of you more because who knew? And but thank you so much for joining us. Look for some Magic Spoon coming your way. Shoot me a message with your address. I am stoked. Thank you so much for joining us. And next week we have TJ's final. Who will win? We don't know. We'll find out.
All right. Bye, you guys.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.